what I do, I have a miner saw here. I'm going to cut this wood on a 15-degree angle on both sides. Okay, I cut that one, see, on a 15-degree angle, and I'm going to flip the board over. Sorry about that. I'm going to measure out 27 inches long. And we're going to cut that again on the same angle. Okay, when it's cut, that's what it looks like. You need 12 of these for a base. 12 of these will make, at a 15-degree angle, will make a complete circle. If you go over here, see I already cut a couple of them. And you lay it together. What I do when I put it together, I'll take a 3-inch screw and come in on an angle and tie the two together all the way around. Okay, we're going to build a 20-foot, or a little better than 20-foot mega tree. I got 4 12-foot long 2x4s. I cut one in half so we can stagger them and screw them together to make them longer. I'll show you how this is going to work. We're going to take one of the, going to line it up on the end like that. You see how it's going to stagger over. And then we're going to flip it over and screw. We're going to screw that down good. Flip it over. Add the next 12-foot piece, and then put the short piece on it to make it the same length. It should be 24 foot long when we get finished. That 2 foot in, I'm going to put it 2 foot in the hole. And then at this end, I came from that 2 foot mark to here, 20 feet, and I'm installing hooks. You can see those. I put a mark, and I pre-drilled some holes so they'd go easy. Just little self-tapping hooks we're going to hang our lights on. Remember, we got 36 strings of lights on this thing, so there'll be 3 strings per hook. That's 3 on each side, and it should work out pretty good. It's just, if you pre-drill them a little bit, or actually I just took a wood screw and always test the star, make sure it's working before you stand the pole, because once you get it way up there, you're not going to get it back down until it's time to remove it. Okay, we got it in the hole. I dug my hole 2 feet with the post hole diggers. You can see my pencil marks pretty close to the 2 foot mark. Close enough. Tell you right now, if you got 2 people to help you get it in the hole, it sure helped. But I had to do it by myself. Back up and see how tall this thing looks. Going up, going up. There it is, way up there. And you're probably wondering how we're going to get lights on them hooks. Bear with me, I will show you. It ain't easy. Okay, we got 12 hooks, 12 hooks at the top of the pole, 36 strings of lights. We're going to put 3 strings of lights per hook. So we're going to do 2 strings of green, 1 clear. What I do is I stretch out 3 strings, like the 2 green, 1 clear, and at the end, the female end, I take a zip tie and zip them together. So what I'll do is when I get to the top, I'll spread them and just hang it over the hook like this, like my finger is a hook. And the way I do that, I got this, it's like a painter's extendable little pole, and you see right on the end, I took some zip ties, put a little stick, just barely sticking off the end with some black tape. And I'll just hang them lights right on the end of that string. And then I got a 10-foot ladder that I climb up the top of the 10-foot ladder and then use the stick to reach up there and hang the lights on the hook. 3 strings at a time, 2 green, 1 clear. And at the end of the strings, I plug in the 3 ends together so when they all hang and they don't get tangled together. That way I can pull them out as a unit at 3 at a time as I'm separating them around the bottom of the tree. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. Alright, pretty much we got the zip tie around the 3.
Stop moving!
I got the stick, and where I spread it, I want to bring it down the pole, keeping them separate till I get to the end of the pole, so that I can spread them out when I get to the top. It'll make it a little easier to get on the hook. And I go up this 10-foot ladder. The last one's a little hard to get in because you got a lot of the female ends gathered up. And we got it. That's the last one. Alright. You can cut it. Okay, now that we got all the lights hung on the hook, like I was showing y'all earlier, we cut these. We're going to do the base on the tree. And I was telling you, all you got to do is just line them up, get you a drill 3-inch screw. It's pretty simple. Get it. It only takes one screw, line it up good. Run it through. And suck it up. There you go. Just connect them all till you make a circle. Okay, we got our first 3 strings pulled and stapled down. Just pull it out to the edge. See, take a staple. It's pretty good to staple it and then circle back and put an extra staple, kind of bend back so it don't pull out. And then what you want to do is once you get those 3 done on your first side, you want to come and look at it from the side to see if you're pulling your pole, to see if it's leaning. It's leaning a little bit to that side, so we're going to go directly across to the opposite side over here and pull 3 that way, and we'll work that all the way around. Keep doing opposite sides so we can try to keep the pole straight up and we don't put a bend in it. Okay, this is what it looks like dancing to the music. G.E. Mr. Christmas.